to one and all. I'm here now at Culloden Road situation for the National Insurance Scheme building. This is Culloden Road here. This road here will be leading you back to the Garrison and Dalkeith and Britain's Hill and Beckles Road. All in this direction here. So this is Culloden Road. The headquarters for the Barbados Vocational Training Board, which we in Barbados refer to as skills training. This is the Lawrence House here. So this is Culloden Road in St. Michael. The Barbados Vocational Training Board headquarters. So this is Charleston Avenue, Culloden Road here. Charleston Avenue. And this is the Chethamers Canteen. So this is the Chethamers Canteen here. This is St. Paul's Avenue, that will take you back to the Bayville area. And Charleston Park, that will take you back to the Slumber West bed. Sells the beds and the pillows. And the Lawrence Greenhouse here, where the Barbados Vocational Training Board headquarters is. So we are on the outskirts of Bridgetown. We are not in town. This is the outskirts of town. To the back of the National Insurance Scheme building and the Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Right here. Aha! I know, remember, I gotta show you the statue of Sir Frank Walker. So I would have gone to this road here. This is Charleston Park here, where the Royal Bank of Canada is, and the Fujitsu ICL building also is. The Foreign Affairs building is right here. The statue of Sir Frank Leslie Walker, who was a national hero. He was a member, he was a part of the Barbados Workers Union. The Right Excellent Sir Frank Walker. This statue was unveiled by the Prime Minister of Barbados, the Right Honourable Owen Seymour Arthur, and Lady Pauline Walcott, who would have been his wife, on the 28th of April 2003, in recognition of the sterling contribution to the labour movement in Barbados. So Frank Walcott was born in 1916 and died in 1999. The Frank Walcott statue and the Frank Walcott building in the background. Charleston Park. Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building. And the Royal Bank of Canada over here. Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade here at Culloden Road, St. Michael. Foreign Affairs building here. And the Royal Bank of Canada and Jiu-Jitsu ICL is also in here as well. The traffic lights here. Where these traffic lights are was once a roundabout. The Ernest Dayton Motley roundabout used to be here, at the corner here where these traffic lights are, up until 2001. So I will walk to the back here by the Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building. And this is an extension of the National Insurance Scheme building. So this is the E. Humphrey Walcott building. This is where you sign in your green card when you are working at the National Insurance. I mean, when you are working and you have to get unemployment benefit, you just send in the green card here, and they will pay you for the time that you are home. The E. Humphrey Walcott building. This is Sunday, so there's no work in this government building. This is the National Insurance Scheme building, which moved to this location in 1992. So this is the Frank Walcott building. The National Insurance building was in town first at Theatre Street, but then it moved up here in 1992, sorry. The National Insurance Scheme building and the Frank Walcott building. In the back of the Frank Walcott statue. The Government Analytical Services Department over here. And the Barbados National Standard Institution is down here as well. So all the National Insurance building. This building was built, it opened by the Prime Minister of the day, Lloyd Erskine Sandiford, who opened this big building here as the National Insurance Scheme building. He moved it from downtown and brought it up here. So this is the suburban area, so I will see if I can walk into town from here. So we are just on the outskirts of town. This is the Culloden farm where our Prime Minister, Errol Barrow, used to live. Oh, the National Insurance building. The Duke of Edinburgh Awards, International Awards. This is the future home of the Duke of Edinburgh International Awards. So this little track here will take you back to the Bayland, Bayville area, which is another rebel area. Area that has a little crime in it. I used to live in the Bayland at one point. Southern part of the Bayland. It says no trespassing. So I will just show you guys I'm not trespassing. It says keep out private property. This is where our First Prime Minister, father of independence, and national hero, the very excellent Errol Walton Barrow used to live at Culloden farm here. At one point it had got burned down. The back of the National Insurance Scheme building. Keep out, y'all, keep out private property. The National Library Service has a spot here too. Now heading on to Lower Collymore Rock. The basketball court over here. Behind here, we'll take you back to Henry's Lane and back to the St. Gabriel's School. The National Disability Unit has a place here. The National Disability Unit. This is Frederick Lane Drive. Back at the National Sports Building. And this is the CDL Offshore Bank, the High Commission, British High Commission. This is the CDL Offshore Bank at Collymore Rock. CDL Offshore Bank, the back of it. CDL, which is the offshore bank here at Collymore Rock. This is the British High Commission in Bridgetown. British High Commission in Bridgetown. CDL Bank, CDL Offshore Bank here. So this is all the back of the National Insurance Building. We in Barbados refer to it as the NIS. National Disability Unit here. National Disabilities Unit. Now coming out at where the Ursuline Convent School was, which was a Catholic school. The Ursuline Convent School closed down in 2023, August, because they said that no one recruited to be nuns, so they wouldn't have any more nuns for the convent. So they closed down, and then they later sold the building. The Ursuline Convent. The secondary school was for girls, and the primary was for boys and girls. The primary was St. Angela's. So this is Collymore Rock now. Collymore Rock. St. Michael. On the outskirts of Bridgetown. That place. This way to take you about a George Street in Belleville. George Street, Belleville to here. George Street, Belleville. Where the Democratic Labour Party headquarters is, the George Street Auditorium. You can see the Mutual Bank, known as Sagicor. And all here is Sagicor, this green building and this brownish color building. Mutual Bank was in the brownish color building. The British High Commission building from the front. Yeah. Sagicor Financial Center. So where this brownish color building here is, was Nemville. So up the road now, we'll be leading back to Upper Collymore via the People's Cathedral Church and so on. And this is Sagicor, Barbados. Sagicor. Sagicor. I'm going to walk down into town now. So this is George Street, Belleville, which should be to the side of the convent school. So the other end of George Street will be leading back onto Belmont Road. Belmont Road to here. So walking down Collymore now, heading down to town. So this is Lower Collymore Rock. And back to the Frederick Lane where we came through from. Back at the Ursula Convent School, and back at Collymore Rock. National Disabilities Unit. Ursula Convent School and the National Disabilities Unit. So this is Collymore Rock, Lower Collymore Rock. I don't know what they're planning to do with the Ursula Convent School yet. I read an article and I heard that they were planning to move the Garrison Secondary School, which is now Graden City. They was planning on moving it down here because of environmental issues with the garrison and the stables and the horses and the horse dung and so on. But I haven't heard any further thing about it at the moment. The Ursula Convent School, which is now defunct due to the lack of nuns. So this is also a Catholic school. Barbados is not a Catholic society like how Grenada and St. Lucia and Dominica is Catholic countries. All behind here with the Barbados St. Gabriel School. Ursula Convent is here. No reaching Purity Bakeries. Purity Bakery, which closed down, which was established in the 70s. Purity Bakery. They closed early now since the robbery that took place. Purity is owned by the Goddards, This way by the Henry's Lane, where the Cancer Society is. Another rebel bad area. Henry's Lane. Purity Bakeries. Purity. This is a very deserted area at night. Purity Bakery. And this is the shop here that sells these pastries. One time Purity Bread Shop used to open a lot later, but now they close early, around 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock they're closing because of robberies. Out here's a very deserted area at night. You hardly find anyone walking out here at night. So the only place that you will find open is the bakery itself. Parking from reserved for Purity staff and customers only. Back of Purity. This is the Barbados Santos Public Health Laboratory. This is a part of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. An annex for the hospital, the Barbados Santos. So this bus stop is representing cancer. Pink is for cancer. The Cancer Society is to that same alley by Purity. Barbados Teachers Cooperative Credit Union is right here. No reaching town now. Over here, the hospital. The Queen Elizabeth Hospital is over here. The Queen Elizabeth Hospital. And this way to the Winston Scott Polyclinic. So Winston Scott Polyclinic, right up in there. And this is the George chronic disease. So this is the cleaner water roundabout now, at the bottom of Collymore Rock. The George Allen Chronic Disease Research Center. And this is the Queen Elizabeth Hospital over here. This is our country's state-owned, state-run hospital. The Queen Elizabeth Hospital is right here. And this is the George Allen Chronic Disease Research Center. So this is the Walters roundabout. The Walters roundabout. And this is the hospital here, the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. This way to Lower Bay Street and Carlisle Bay. And we'll take you into the entrance to the Winston Scott Polyclinic. This will be the entrance to the Winston Scott Polyclinic. And the old hospital, when it was the General Hospital. These are some old vehicles here. The General Hospital is here, where the Ministry of Health is. The Delaware Clinic is right here. So this is Lady Mead Gardens. So the Winston Scott Polyclinic is right here. The Winston Scott Polyclinic is right here. The Delaware Clinic. So this is Lady Mead Gardens up in here. Delaware Medical Clinic is up in here. And the Winston Scott Polyclinic is right here. Delaware Medical Annex. I don't think the guard at the hut there would stop me because I'm on the public road. Delaware Medical Annex and the Delaware Clinic is right here. Delaware Clinic. Our National Blood Collecting Center is also here as well. The Delaware Medical Annex, the Delaware Clinic, right here. Delaware Clinic here. So we are in town now. This way back to Bay Street and back on the south coast and back to Carlisle Bay in this direction here. And this is where they have all the derelict vehicles. So this is Jammett's Lane, as it is referred to. So the old hospital, the old general hospital before it moved to this location was here. You can see the Roman Catholic Church, St. Patrick's, Roman Catholic Cathedral here in the distance. So this is where the old Ministry of Health was, which was destroyed by fire in 2019. The government gave this building to the government gave away this building to the Africans, the Afexim Bank. The government gave this building to them early this year. So this way the Browns Beach and Carlisle Bay. You can see the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Cathedral and school, primary school over here. The government gave this building to the Africans, sold it, but they gave it away. They didn't even sell it, they gave it away to the Africans. So you can see the Roman Catholic Cathedral, St. Patrick's Cathedral over here. The cathedral over here. And this is where the government gave away the building early this year. The government gave away this building to the Africans early this year. The Africans now own it, the Afexim Bank. Back at the Delaware Clinic. And the George Allen Quantum Disease Research Center. So this is Jammett's Lane at the corner of Bay Street. Ministry of Health, all vehicles that they don't no longer use. Back up this way to Collymore. Straight across here to St. Michael's Secondary School. The St. Michael's School is one of Barbados' top and oldest secondary schools. Yeah, yeah. And this way back to the hospital. So St. Michael's School and the hospital is this way. And that's the Sanders Public Health Laboratory. This way. And the Queen Elizabeth Hospital is up right here. So this is River Road now in Bridgetown. The site of the General Hospital, where the old hospital was. our war room building over here where the general hospital was. So this is Bridgetown, a dental practice, Dr. J.P. Clark. Nelson Street up in here, down through here. Another village in the city, high crime village. Walking down River Road in Bridgetown. The River Road, New Testament, Church of God, right here. River Road, New Testament, Church of God, looking back up to River Road. New Testament Church. This is the kind of a secret, this is the Church of the Glorious Christ. This is like a lodge, like. This is the lodge, Church of the Glorious Christ. A secret society, like. Church of the Glorious Christ is a secret society. The church assemblies here. Also in here, yeah. CGA Home Insurance Company is here. So this is River Road. I'm in Bridgetown at the moment. Straight ahead will lead you into town itself. So this is River Road here that will lead you into town. Well, we are in town at the moment. Let's not forget that. This is the Queen Elizabeth Hospital here, the front of the hospital. And CGI Home Insurance. Well, I don't know if everything has moved up to Warren's or I still have some down here. But next door is the hospital, the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, which is our country's state-run hospital, the public hospital. Queen Elizabeth Hospital, which was opened here in 1963. So this is Bridgetown, the city, the heart of Bridgetown. Back up River Road this way. And this is all the river, the Constitution River. Oh, the river here. Oh, the Constitution River. And this is the Constitution River with taxi and minibus terminal. Over here. So this is the river here. The river. This is the main river here. The river taxi and minibus terminal here. So this is where the big yellow and blue buses, plus the route taxis, the white van with the maroon stripe, also a load. The buses from here will take you to the destinations in the north, any in the south, and and east of the island. So right here. Constitution River. You can see the Central Bank of Barbados just before us. Yeah, NASCO, which is the agents for Toyota vehicles in Barbados, is right here. They also specialize in Hino trucks as well. Hino trucks, they also specialize in, but Toyota is their main brand. All the river. People used to bathe in this river years ago. This river is not clean, so it's not clean for bathing. The river here is not clean for bathing. So this is River Road in Bridgetown. River Road here. And this is our radio station, Starcom Network, known as Voice of Barbados and previously Rediffusion. Starcom Network right here. Rediffusion was established in 1935, so they celebrated their 90th anniversary. Then it was renamed Voice of Barbados in 1981, and then in 1997 it was renamed Starcom Network. So I will show you some more of the river. So behind here is the Ministry of Education and Technological and Vocational Training here at the LCPN complex where the Queen's College School was. All the river here. The Queen's College School was once the Queen's College School was once in this building here. This is where our Prime Minister Mia Motley went to school. She received her secondary education at Queen's College along with Dame Billy Miller, another member of parliament who was the member of parliament for the city. She also received her secondary education at Queen's College. So it's now Starcom Network, known as VOB, Voice of Barbados, or Rediffusion. This is the river. The steps to take you into the river bandstand. You can see the Central Bank. You can see the Central Bank of Barbados, known as the Tom Adams Financial Center. Behind here was Bridgetown, referred to as Bridgetown. Bridgetown, where you know Fraser Street Market is. The river here. Or Bridgetown. It was Bridgetown before it was fixed up. All here was the bus stand. The buses used to load here before the terminal here was open. See the Central Bank here. So this river runs throughout the entire southeastern portion of the city. So these are all the vendor stalls here. Out here was referred to as Bridgetown before it got refurbished. All Bridgetown. All the Fraser Street Market. Now we reach the bus stand, the Fraser Street bus stand, where the big blue and yellow government buses load to take you to destinations in the south and east of the island. The bus stand, Fraser Street. So this is Bridgetown in Barbados. All the Fraser Street bus stand, bus terminal here in Bridgetown. I will show you guys inside of the bus stand, the bus terminal. Thank you guys for watching though. Have a blessed day.